What's up, everybody? Welcome to Hot Book Alert Live. It was a really busy week going on. A lot of news, a lot of movie news. Uh, we had a hot new release and some killer books to talk about. So everybody, stay tuned and enjoy the show.
Love that intro, man. Love that intro.
Thanks. All right. Welcome everybody to Hot Book Alert Live. I don't know what it is. It's always like this weird nervous energy, like right at the beginning of the show. No matter what. No matter like from the time I have to put the slides in, finalize the slides to like this little moment right here. It's just like it's a lot of fumbling. It's a lot of like not knowing what to do, not knowing where to go, not knowing what to say. It's a weird feeling.
Yeah, man. And then we just fall right into the rhythm.
Yeah.
30 seconds later, we're on.
Mm-hmm. So with me is Mr. Long Short, my partner for Long Story Short on Nearing Nirvana. And how you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. Doing all right. Busy weekend, but Sunday again. So, yeah, glad to be here talking through some hot box. Let's see what we got. And there's Lord Tatman right on cue with the $5 super chat. Thank you, man.
Lord Tatman, what's up, buddy? I saw the pickup you got. I gotta look it up. Let's see. You got a really cool pickup. But what was the book that you got that you had shown off on Instagram? But yeah, I like that. It was the what was it? The Golden Age Blue Beetle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I love those Blue Beetle books, man. Those are all badass.
F the Batman book. Yes.
Oh,
Blue
congrats,
Beetle.
man. Great book.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations, man.
But so Ben, did you do any digging at all?
I just did like some 50-cent digging, nothing crazy. I bought some stuff online. I had a very active weekend online with a bunch of pretty good deals. But digging, there's this one, I've talked about this guy before, and he's the guy that usually like goes through all my books from the 50-cent bin.
That guy.
But I was watching a YouTube video of like another YouTuber who went there, and he was filming as he was at the store, and he was talking about how great it was, and that he pointed out that he found a lot of books that were really cheap, and the guy's like, "Oh, I put those in there on purpose. I want people to find cheap stuff." I'm thinking to myself, man, fuck you, man. You literally give me shit every time I find something that has any value to it. So, but no, I went there, did some digging, pulled nothing crazy, just pulled a handful of books out, but relatively quiet weekend.
Okay, so here's the book that Lord Tatman picked up.
That's a beauty, man.
Hell
really
yeah.
Nice.
I'm with that.
Really cool.
Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, I was at a store that I had never been to before. And this is where I found all the covers for Mark Spears Monsters, including the Bride of Frankenstein cover.
Oh, no shit.
And he had like 2 of everything. So I bought I bought the 2 of those Bride of Frankensteins I bought the Infinity Gauntlet, in the shoot, and the Hulk 340 homage. And he actually had the foil and the regular cover there, right? So I bought some, but not all. And then this weekend, I went back. I was hoping because this store orders heavy when it comes to new books. They order really heavy. They buy pretty much every like cover A through D, A through E. You know what I mean? That's
So
that
that
type of store.
I can count the stores on, you know, one finger that were heavy on Keen Spot books. You know what I mean? Most stores aren't even bothering, but
Yeah, when I think of Keen Spot, I think like Build-A-Bear type stuff. It feels like you can just go to Kinko's and it just feels generic.
yeah.
The logo feels generic. A lot of the comics that they put out, it feels generic. You know what I mean? It's just like,
Yeah, I mean they're trying to produce collectible stuff. If you look on the back of their book sometimes, it'll list like the numbers produced for the variants, right? 500 copies, 300 copies. Like they'll list it out. So, but yeah, the quality of it feels very, yeah, as you said, generic, just like basic shit.
hmm. And so I went back this weekend. I was hoping since they had so much so many new books. I was hoping like maybe I would find, and since I was able to find, that Bride of Frankenstein variant so easily, I'm just like, well, maybe I'll find Tales of the Bizarre. Maybe I'll find the version for Hello Darkness, something like that. They didn't have that, but I just wound up buying the rest of those monsters covers.
So right now on eBay, um his there's a Kickstarter set of his monster covers for sale.
Hmm.
And I didn't check it today, but it was up like $100, $150 yesterday. I'm curious what that goes for. So these are not the Keen Spot covers, the original covers that he did, and some of the print runs on those he said were super super low. So I'm just
Really?
curious what that set ends up going for when it's all said and done. I bet you it goes upwards of $1,000. If you just search Mark Spears Kickstarter,
I'm on it right now.
I think you'll see it. I'm curious where it's at right now. Oh, so no, just go into eBay. Just go into eBay and search.
Oh,
The Kickstarter's over and done. So just go into eBay.
oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, no, somebody listed a set of these on eBay.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay. SBARS KICKSTARTER.
Yeah, right there, that first one.
This?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Wow. Okay.
I'm wondering what this thing ends up going for.
So these are the originals.
Yeah, so
Woo.
he did them on Kickstarter, wasn't hugely well received. He had a great interview, by the way, with Brian McClay and Ben Stein and Yi on the Hot 10 on
Mhm.
Friday night. The dude was just watching the show and hopped on.
No shit.
It was the craziest thing. But he talked about these and talked about how he was basically giving this stuff away, saying, "Listen, just split whatever you make with me. You can have it." Nobody wanted it. Everybody turned him down. But these are these are the Kickstarter versions, and the print runs on these were in the hundreds.
Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Look at this.
Yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of good ones in here. A bunch of ones that were never even produced. There's one with a witch that I really like.
You see the drool.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that one was cool.
Oh my gosh. So and this auction hasn't even ended yet.
No, I think this thing's probably. I would not be surprised if this thing hit $1,000.
Right. Okay. Well, it's going on the watch list. Holy cow, man. And you got so this was so when did he say this came out?
He did this like last year,
Oh wow.
but he almost, the Bride cover is the one that went nuts, and he was saying that for Keen Spot he almost didn't do it, and it had super low orders for them. It was like less than 2,000, he said,
Mm,
for the Keen Spot one.
yeah.
But he put it in at the last minute because it didn't do that well on the Kickstarter. He said it was less than 200 or something.
Go fit, dude. It's like he couldn't catch a break up until now.
Dude, you should hear him talk about it, man. He was like, he was banging his head against the wall. I was like, I was trying to give this stuff away to people, and nobody was interested. And now he's the belle of the ball. So,
Right? Go figure, man.
yeah,
Go
check it
figure.
out with on the House of Stein with Maclay and Stein, Inyi, and Red Hood. They were all on there. It was really good.
Okay, so Mike is saying, did I sell? Okay, so I sold. I was at a convention and I sold the Bride of Frankenstein and the Hulk 340 homage. So I sold that as a set, and I basically paid for everything. So, but I still have a copy of each. So I'll probably just hold on to them and
Yeah,
see what they do.
I just grabbed that Bride of Frankenstein like a month ago, just out of dumb luck, and so I'm gonna keep it. I think it's cool enough just to hang on to.
Oh my goodness! And this is like the only one available. Let's see if it's sold any lately. Okay, so oh wow,
Yeah,
oh god, look at that! Look at this. Someone got a hell of a deal. Wow. So this sold in early September.
yeah. Before this book really took off.
Damn. Damn. Okay, so okay, this book by itself, as it is, what do you think this goes for? Can't go
I mean,
for.
honestly, given how hot this book is right now, it'll fade. This has got to be a $300 book if the other one's going for 150.
Right.
I know it's come in some, but I would say this has got to be 250 to $300. People are going to pay for this thing.
Damn. That is. Whew. But that was okay. So the only one that sold was this. That's it. That is it. And everything
Yeah,
else. Yeah. So I basically found this set at this store, including the foil.
nice.
It was just there. It was just there.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
And I got to imagine maybe if I dig some more, I might, might can find something. But that store is like 50 minutes away, so and it's like in the middle of nowhere. So it's kind of a pain. But yeah,
Nothing else around it to go hit up. You just kind of go in there for that place, and that's it.
I mean, there's stuff kind of in the area if if you really wanted to drive a little bit further, but I don't know. If I really got to feel it in terms of going. Of course, it takes off. That's a man. That's how it usually works. That is usually that is how it always works. If I sell something, then literally a week later it'll blow up. That's how it is for me. That's how it is for a lot of people.
That's the game, man. That's the game we play. We just got to accept it and go with it. You know, man?
Yo, listen, I played a dangerous game, and I'll tell you about it. It'll come. It'll come. All right. So let's start with the show. All right. What are we starting with? Okay, so we have The Perfect Crime, number 23 from 1952. This is from Cross Publications. Not quite sure who the artist is on this, but this book here, that's why you don't sell anything. You know what? I as much as I would love to hoard, I also get a thrill from letting things go. You know what I mean? The thrill of finding it and the thrill of letting it go. I'm a thrill seeker. Okay, so the Perfect Crime number 23. I love this book. I remember us talking about this book on Tales from the Flip Side. This is the type of book, like, if you told me this book came out in 2024, I would believe you.
Yeah, yeah,
There's something extremely different about this, even now, where you have the cash shadow over the trade dress, and it just feels it has that feel to it.
yeah. It was way ahead of its time. I have always loved this one. This book
Mhm.
is perfect.
But I'm pulling your on books. I literally put 1K aside for buy a book this week, but can't. Yeah, exactly. I being cheap, yeah, because you feel like maybe something else will come around the corner and it'll zap up all your money.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So the census on the Perfect Crime number 23. So we've got 27 total on the census, with the highest being a 7.5. And okay, so a raw copy sold for $850. And I'm so out of practice that I forgot to pull this thing up ahead of time. So give me a second. I know. Here we go. All right. All right, let's take a look at this thing. I don't know if this book really pops up that often, does it?
Yeah, I don't see it that often.
Okay, so this is rough. This is a really rough copy.
Yeah,
How
for
much?
850 doesn't look like a bad deal for this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Got some, yeah, chipping there.
Okay, so if this were 2024, she'd be holding a cell phone.
Yeah.
But other than that,
Whew, that spine is.
it's a little chopped up. I mean, it could stand a nice press.
Yeah, I know some people are reluctant, but I would press this one if I had it.
I'm okay. So I'm trying to. Oh, you know what? Let's take a look at more because I'm trying to see if there are any detachments or anything like that. Hmm. I mean that. I'll assume there are no detachments on it. So okay,
I think it looks all right.
yeah. PERFECTCRIME number 23. Perfect Crime 23. Okay, wow. So it seems like the only other one available is this $8,000 copy. Oh, what are you doing?
I mean, a 1/8 sold for 1375 in July.
Yeah.
That's better than a 1/8 for sure.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
A 3/0 sold for 1725 in November 2023.
You said a 3.0 for 17?
Yeah, 1725 in November.
Okay. All right. So okay, so here are the sales and averages for this book.
Yeah, there's that 3/0. Oh man, 3/5 25. It's a big jump. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. And this is a look at this. Okay, so this is a very nice looking 5.0.
Yeah, beautiful, man. Beautiful.
This is a gorgeous looking 5.0, actually. It looks like it can take a cleaning, maybe. But yeah, this thing is real nice. But a little too rich for your blood.
The 5.0, yeah. But that raw one,
Yes.
man, that would have been tempting.
Okay, so if you saw that, you'd have been on it.
Assuming that it's got the centerfold and no pop staples, yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would have been coming home with me.
Okay, right on.
I mean, you can double your money in that book, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. Let me see if any other copies sold. Perfect Crime 23. COMIC. All right, let's see. Yeah, it seems to be the only one. Damn. A lot of these Perfect Crime covers are all on point. I didn't realize I actually bought one last weekend at the convention because my buddy who was setting up, I had shown it off on Tales from the Flip Side Tuesday. But it was one where a guy was hanging off of a ledge and he was getting his hand smacked by the butt of a gun. So yeah, watch Flip Side Tuesday from last week. But yeah, all right. Skeleton Hand, #1 from 1952. So this is a Ken Bald cover, and ACG. Do you like ACG? American Comics Group.
I don't have an issue with it. It's obscure enough.
I remember someone saying that they didn't like it because it had like the two logos on either end.
Yeah, whatever, man. It's talking the 40s and 50s here, man. That's not a problem for me.
All right, let's take a look at the census. Okay, so 72 total. Oh wow, there is a 9.6 of this.
11.92s is crazy.
All right. So we had a CGC 8.5 that sold for $1,000 on top of. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, so this $1,000 8.5 and a $600 5.0. Do you like it?
It's a cool looking book. I like Ken Bald.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. I don't think I don't know, man. How do you think about an 8.5 from 1952, but that there's a pile of higher grades above you? Like, how do you think about that? I don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
But if I saw this thing raw in decent condition for like $400 or $500, I would definitely be looking at it.
Oh yeah. Does it give you pause to see so many like high grade copies on the census?
It surprised me just now. I guess I'm trying to wrap my head around, like, how would I think about that? Like, to have 11.92s. I mean, that's crazy. There must have been a box of these unopened somewhere. I mean, those all can't be file copies.
I want to see this 5.0.
It looks faded compared to the other one.
Yeah, it looks burnt.
Although maybe they just took a bad picture.
Nah, this ain't that nice.
The colors are muted big time.
Look who we got.
Yo,
oh, the CEO in the house. What's up, man?
What's up? Are you beaming from a Lions victory?
Man, that ass whooping, dog. It sucks though that we lost Hutch, man. He broke his leg.
So it was okay.
It was,
So
it looked. I mean, I didn't. So I was at the store when it happened. They were up by like 30. I'm like, I'm gonna run to the store real quick, and it happened then. But his leg was like just trapped around some dudes. Oh, it was bad. It looked nasty. Like, don't look it up on YouTube. How about that?
Dude, those things are so brutal to watch, man.
Man, it was like Sid Vicious jumping off the fucking top rope, man. It was bad. Yeah, it wasn't good, but that's like, I mean, so the Lions haven't had the injury bug, we'll call it. So we're gonna see how they respond. We got like 20 some odd million in cap space, so maybe we get Max Crosby from the Raiders, but we're gonna give up first rounds, and it just depends.
all right.
I did buy a book for $5. It's worth like 140. So
what you
That's a
get?
good day, man. All right.
I don't have it on me. I just bought it online. Deadpool 1 newsstand from 2013. The one
Get
the
out
one
of here.
where remember the one he's like flying across the which one was it? When he's with the big T-Rex or whatever the hell it is.
Oh yeah.
But it's newsstand.
You found a newsie on that. Nice, man.
Yeah, I wanted $5 for it. I'm like, yo, put it in the bag, dog.
How was that even possible?
That's your boy, man. Well, I don't want to steal the show, so let's we'll show it in pickups when I get it. What's the sell for, man?
Okay, so we had this skeleton hand number 1. It sold for $1,000. This sold for $1,000.
Wow, that's cheap.
The colors on this are beautiful. But okay, so we were taking a look at the census, and there were 11 9.2s on this thing.
Yeah.
Along with a 9.6, along with 2 9.4s.
I mean, you've got 6 9.0s and 9 8.5s. I mean,
yeah. So American Comics Group, it's kind of tough, but a lot of those guys, I think, kept those stuff in like pretty pristine condition. I would say probably not as red as Marvel, probably not as desirable back in the day as Marvel or like Batman DC books or something like that. But
they must have had a stack of these untouched somewhere.
Yeah, it could have been like a box find, or somebody was just stacking ACG. A lot of ACG stuff, it's either like, I hate to say it, it's like either like 3 O's, 2 O's, or like 8.5s. It's like mid grades or like really, really nice grades. There's like really kind of no in between ish.
Yeah, we were looking at a 5.0 of this thing.
Yeah.
And this doesn't even look as nice.
Yeah, the fading on the top and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it just doesn't. But
so you could find ACG books in like, I wouldn't say dollar bins, but like in the back stacks of somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like the golden section. You just gotta kind of like, for me, for ACG, it's like you and me, Carter, and Ben too. It's like skulls, women, cool covers like that. Because some ACG books are just terrible.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. Yeah. Like when it comes to ACG, it's just like it's extreme hit or miss.
Yeah, I feel that's the way for a lot of shit. But like Dino said, man, you got a skeleton playing a fiddle. Come on, man. Somebody's going to be in the market for that book.
Yeah. Absolutely, for sure.
You want to see what my watch list is popping off? So there's one going off right now. It's got 49 minutes left. I'll send it to you. Nothing. You can show it off. I'm not going to bid on it. I don't care. Our buddy sent it to us. So that one, and then for the wife, this one. But I'm not going to. It's already way past what I want to spend on it. But here's another one.
Let's see. Copy link. I'm gonna throw it.
Look at me just come in and just steal the show. I'm terrible at this. I'm sorry, man.
No, it's okay. Hey, the more the merrier, and the more that anybody can add to the show, I'm with it.
I can't record my Fortnite videos anymore because I guess I can just demonetize them because so they do emotes in Fortnite and stuff and has a music playing in the background and they'll hit me for copyright.
Get out of here, seriously.
Yeah, it's okay though. I'm not worried about it. I can still play. It just it is what it is.
So you were watching this for
because it's signed by John Carpenter.
Yeah.
I would have done like, for me, I would have done like a kind of like an electric blue signature maybe or something like that to make it more prominent. Yeah. Maybe gold or something. Just something it doesn't, silver just kind of blends in too much right there.
Yeah, it gets lost a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, let me see the other one. Let me.
Oh boy, We're gonna.
What? Let's see what you're watching. Oh wow.
So
Holy
yeah,
crap.
it's a Marvel. So it's a Marvel art of Scotty Young, and it's sold by Scotty Young through his eBay, and you get a cool sketch with it. And it's at $1,200.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, for the wife it'd be cool, but I'm like, man, that's a lot of double O to be spending on that stuff. So
wow.
Yeah, that's the things I look for, man.
That's not bad. Okay, I'll watch this.
My
for.
The lawyer sent us to that. Jorge sent that to me. He's like, dude, look at this. I'm like, oh man.
Is there a Jeff DeCal art on eBay?
His actual art. There's a few people selling stuff, but
for him.
Does he sell it? Does he sell it direct though?
You mean you can get commissions, but he's usually pretty backed up. And there's a few people selling stuff, and then every once in a while he'll post on his website. I mean, he's hit me up with a few things, just like texting me, "You want this? $4,000?" I'm like, "I do, man, but I don't get $4,000 to drop on that."
Yo, man, you're like, yo, I stack my singles. So I'll send an envelope.
How nice was it though?
It was you know what it was? So it was that Catwoman cover where she was like in the bikini, like sitting under the umbrella. What issue was that?
46.
46. Yeah, it was that one.
Oh wow.
Oh,
no, did it look like? Was it okay? So was it like that? I guess
it was. Yeah. So what some of these artists do is the background stuff gets done digitally, but I don't remember if the umbrella was there, but the couch and she was there, like sitting like that, and it was obviously just ink.
I tell you,
it was big. It was a big piece.
My wife's the smartest out of all of us. She's collects Scotty Young covers, man.
That's not bad.
Oh, I saw this. I want to do a little news topic for you.
Yeah,
This is ripped off. I'll show you this one. I put it in the other chat. We'll talk about them tomorrow too. But
okay,
I saw this too. I'll send this to you in a link too. Look at me trying to do it all for you. So this sold. It's a Batman #1 cover art. I don't know if you talked about this or not, so I don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, this sold for $70,000, bro.
What?
Yeah.
Bro.
I don't know, man.
Did all the other pages come with it?
No, you just got
I think you just got the cover on.
God. I didn't know.
Yeah, the cover sold. The cover sold for 70, so Felix Comics art, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you got 70,000 laying around.
I mean,
it is a cool cover. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it is a cool cover. It's not like iconic cool, but
yeah.
Look how thick his freaking legs are on that cover, though, man. Like, my God,
he's got that life out going, man.
He looks the way Oliver Coipel draws Captain America. Very big and stocky, and he almost kind of oafish, almost. But when you read, we'll get into
Sorry, I'm like
Batman.
I train wrecked your whole show. Let's go back to the real deal. So I'm sorry.
But we'll definitely talk about it in this show. All right, what's next? Captain America Comics number 52. I don't know if we talked about this book. I don't know.
We've covered so many caps.
Yeah, it's tough.
I don't think we did.
Okay, so beautiful Alex Schomburg cover. 98 total on the census. And let's take a look at what's sold here. So we had a raw copy that sold for $13.75. And I want to take a look at this thing.
Is that a bank vault in the background, I guess? Is that what it kind of looks like to me?
Where?
In the background of the comic?
Yeah. U.S. Vault.
U.S. Vault? Okay, that's what
it
is. Yeah.
Yeah, so we got the bad guys trying to rob the U.S. Mint or something. That's what it seems like to me.
Yeah.
Atomic bomb experiment.
This is where Die Hard 2 got their inspiration from. Joe.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't bad, man.
It looks good.
This is clean.
Yeah, I mean, so obviously the real men kind of spot is like above a 7, but I don't know if he's gonna get above a 7. It looks clean, but I don't know.
Yeah, probably not 7.0 clean, but I will say, listen, this thing is a single staple, so it's attached. No detachments here. So I would get this as soon as I get it. I would get it slabbed ASAP, regardless of what grade you get. Because anytime you get a single staple golden ager like this, it feels like a miracle, and it's still attached.
It's funny. The comments are killing me. Lighter style and lower tab. Hey man, he's going after the mob, dog.
Right? It should be. Mobster should be small potatoes.
I want your opinion after this too. I got a little proposition for you boys. I want to hear your thoughts on it after all this.
Okay. Right. Is it the arcade?
No, the arcade machine's dope. I talked to the wife. She goes, "What? I don't know where I would put it." So I thought Ben. So Ben, I found this. It's on Marketplace. It was old WWF Superstars cabinet.
Oh, nice.
I don't know what was it from Carter 90 something probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. And it had a heavy ass CRT in it and everything too. And it's it's in really nice condition. The guy wants like $550 for it, which is kind of. But you know, I mean, it is dope. It's just like
I was telling him to buy the damn thing.
I know.
Dude, that's a must-have.
See, for me, it's okay. So I used to have a machine. I had Open Ice. You know, it was like the NBA Jam of hockey, kind of.
Yeah.
I had that. I sold that. I wanted a TMT 6. Is it a 6 one or whatever?
Yeah,
the big 6 station. And then I would never be able to fit it down here, but the X-Men 8 box. You know, 8-player box.
I spent a lot of time on that X-Men machine, man.
Yeah, so it's like that's 1 and 2 for me. In my arcade is kind of stuff, but I mean, I played. We were at this house we Airbnb that they had the little 1-up machines. Those aren't bad. I mean, for the amount of money.
No, those are. I bought those for the kids before. Those things are fun.
Did you see the X-Men pinball machine that you just came out with?
Yeah, that thing is no joke. What is that?
It was like 16,000 for like the deluxe version or whatever.
Get out of here.
Oh yeah, it was dope. I mean, the base model was like, I think it was, don't quote me, 8 or 4.
Yeah, 8 or 9. I want to say for the base.
Yeah, pinball machine. Yeah, that's it.
Is it?
Yeah, that's it. They're all sold out, I think. I mean, it's gone, but it was sick. Yeah, that was $7,000 for the Pro. They had a premium for like 9, and then they had like a legendary one for like 16 or something. But it was sick.
Okay.
Yeah, it was dope.
It's pretty damn cool, man.
Yeah, I just didn't have the money to throw at that. That'd be sick. Again, I mean, it's like so. The problem is like I'm still remodeling. So this is the bathroom behind me. You guys don't see it. It's not done yet. Over in this area is like a wet bar kind of thing. So I just don't have enough. I mean, I got the kids' playroom over there, kind of. So it's just like I don't have enough room to put all this shit on everywhere.
You might have to move again, Dino. Bigger house for all that stuff.
I mean, I only got 2 infinity pools in the back, man. I'm joking.
I don't know why. I thought your basement was spacious.
It is no. It is spacious. It just if I don't have the kids' area, like he doesn't even go down here, so I really could reinvent that into something else and make it like a man cave or whatever you want to call it. It's just once I get the bathroom finished, that can be the man cave, and then you have a bathroom down here. You have to go upstairs and all that stuff. I got to spend I'd probably say $5,000-ish to finish it all out. Like I got to still do the lighting, which is the electricity is up. I got to do the lighting, which is not that big of a deal. But I got the bathroom and the wet bar kind of to do, and it's just like sinks and countertops and fine toilets and stuff. I can do it all myself. It's just gotta just do it.
I know. I hear you. I totally understand.
Yeah, I mean, I built the podcast room, damn it. So, I mean, that was the first thing I needed to do. I remember Carter came to my house. It was so funny. Coming from Cleveland, I was a Pontiac kid too. I didn't have that many. He thinks I live in a harbor town. Like his
Yeah,
boss
you
said.
do. He lives in a sleepy seaside community because there's
Nah,
like literally he's a stone's throw away from like a lake.
yeah.
So,
So
and like
I have like access, and then I have lakes all around. So like Lower Michigan's like lakes everywhere, man. At least in my area, it's just crazy. There's like 10 lakes around me. Have Paul Yo.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, because and I noticed like the houses, it's just everything feels so cozy.
Yeah, it's like you have like my house is okay, but you have like nice houses, and you have like houses that are like been like lake houses when everything and like been dropped down from their parents or grandparents, all that stuff. So it's like older houses and stuff. So it just depends what you got right up on.
All right. So next up is Planet Comics number 48 from 1947. So this is a Joe Doolin. This is a robot cover.
I love this cover.
Bro, I should have had undervalued book alert on this because I don't know. This like when you look at this book here, what do you think it should go for? Like a VG copy?
I don't know. I mean, a VG, probably like a couple $100 because of robot cover. 200, $300 probably.
Okay, so
That's what I'm thinking, roughly.
Let's take a look at the census. Well, there are quite a few high grade copies.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I guess the census is a lot. 145. That's a ton.
Yeah. It seems to be okay. So there is a 7.5 available, but let's take a look. So we had a CGC 6.5 that sold for $455.
I can get one right now in not the greatest condition, I will call it, for $18. What about that? What do you think?
Buy it. I'll pay it back.
$18? It's on Amazon. I'll send it to you. Yeah, I'll send it to private chat.
And
I don't know.
There are quite a few sales. So
I don't know. So it doesn't look like a trade paperback. It just says paperback, but
I don't trust that.
So oh nope, it is a trade paperback. Don't buy that.
I don't trust it. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Because they said the blue, and then you look at the back. There's a barcode on the back. No wonder. Okay, don't buy that then.
Yeah, they do that on purpose, man.
It's like, dude, like just if it's a TBD or put TBB in it, so I know.
Right, they're trying to get you to buy it, man.
You know what else? Not underrated, but a sneaky good cover is 55 and 56 of Planet Comics, dude. We can look that up after, but 55 and 56 are really good covers.
What do you think of this one?
I like this one. I mean,
400 and what would I say?
$55?
Yeah.
For a 6.5?
Yeah, all day.
I would.
That's a trade. That's a trade book for me. I just trade out of that. You know what I'm saying?
Look at that.
Girl running away too. Robots just doing damage and stuff. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I've been not the biggest robot. I've been turning around on the robot covers. I used to not be like, meh, but I've been turning around on robot covers.
I like the girl on the cover there.
Got that I guess maybe flight attendant kind of sci-fi fiction Wally Wood style, maybe sci-fi kind of gig.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a pistol though, right there, man.
Yeah, she got a Derringer, dog.
it ain't gonna do a damn thing, but hey, at least she got it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really dig this. I noticed there's quite a few sales for this book though.
Yeah.
And you have the woman. So you have the woman doing the exact same pose on Planet Comics number 57.
Mm-hmm.
To where she's just like backwards with the gun.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have this one for 200 that sold. What the hell? Look at this.
That looks pretty clean, man.
What's going on?
It said something in the note or in the header too. I don't know what it said. It said something in the eBay header.
What did it say?
Oh, low 199 bid. No, I didn't know. 4.5, man.
This thing is gorgeous for 200. Damn. I'm sorry I missed this one. Holy crap.
If you go back, there's 55 right next to that sold listing. There you go. Oh, no. Sorry. Yeah, you see it right there, the bottles or the glasses, 56.
Yeah, I love that one, man.
Yeah, 56 good cover too.
Oh, yeah.
And there's 57. 57 is a great cover, like you talked about. Yeah.
I know we talked about 53.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This one here.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. SOB. Let's see if we can look this one up. Wow. eBay is acting funny.
Scrubbing the data, man.
I know. Jeez. All right. What's next? All right. Vault of Horror, number 22 from 1951. Okay, so we have a Frozen Frankenstein Johnny Craig cover.
I mean, if you saw Frankenstein on ice, you really gonna chip that shit away, man?
Let's get him out. Let's free him.
Yeah. It's like having Freddy Krueger on ice or Michael Myers or Jason and like, oh man, we gotta get this dude out. Nothing's gonna go wrong with that.
It's the humanitarian thing to do.
I see him on ice. I'm still going the other way, man.
I know, right? It's like a Scooby-Doo video or episode.
Okay, so let's take a look at the census while I pull up the listing. So oh wow, there is a 9.8 of this thing. Okay. A few 9.6s. So there are quite a few high grade copies of this floating around. But the cover is awesome though.
Yeah.
All right, so we had a raw copy that sold for $900.
I mean, it looks like a great cover. I don't know, man. Some of these Vault of Horrors are so hard to find, man. Like not find, but like get a good read on, man. Because like some of them are like $900, and then some of them are like $4,000, and it's just like weird.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of put those in the romance category. You know what I'm saying? Like I never know. Like, should I buy it? Is it a good flip? Is it gonna appreciate? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, these all seem to be doing well, just kind of grinding higher.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought it was interesting just because you have Frankenstein on ice. That's what caught my eye.
That sounds like a mixed drink or a shot you see from like a bar with 22-year-olds in it.
Yeah, during Halloween.
During Halloween, man, look, I got Frankenstein on ice for like $4 right here.
Who had the incredible bulk where you mix Hypnotic and Hennessy?
Oh boy,
it turns green.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right, next up, Weird Mysteries number 6 from 1953.
I love it. I love this cover.
Bernard Bailey cover, 1953. Okay. So the census 298, the highest being a 9.8. And let's see, 7.5. So there are no 9s here. And let me try to pull up the listing. So Weird Mysteries number 6. So we had a raw copy that sold for $371.
Looks like it's a little beat up.
Weird Mysteries. Let me try to Weird Mysteries number 6. I don't know why I don't have a shortcut to that.
I wonder if it's I know it's kind of rough, but I wonder if it's attached to.
Let's see. I didn't look at the details of the listing too hard. Okay, so I don't know. This feels undervalued to me just because. Oh, that's why. Shit. They did
Go to that other one, yeah. That one looks better. Something's going on your eBay, dog.
No, eBay's doing this shit. I don't know what the story is, man.
What is it, Mr. What is it?
Weird Mysteries number 6.
Weird Mysteries number 6.
I mean, just from the picture we can see, I mean, there's major chipping on the side and the bottom of that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because this thing is really rough,
Yeah.
like around there. I can't believe we're looking at like the tiniest pictures
And trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
It's so dumb that they do that. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Currently sold out. Why would you?
Yeah.
And all it shows is okay. It's dumb.
Yeah.
I would just talk about I guess I'd be more concerned about restoration and like as the page is all there and is it attached and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you got like 1.0s and stuff. It's just stuff.
I mean, the one for 380 looks meaningfully better. And what was that? Back in August, that one sold? Just
Yeah.
a couple of months ago?
Yep. I'm surprised just because it is a decapitation cover. It should go for a hell of a whole lot more. Because I sold the rattiest copy of number 5, you know, the brain out cover.
Mm-hmm.
I sold that. I think it was destroyed for like $1,500.
Yeah.
Just a couple years ago. So I'm thinking a decapitation cover like this should be at least half that. You know, like this should be like at least 700. At least. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah. But yeah, you can see more details here. All right. Startling Terror number 11 from 1952. This is a classic. This is a black logo variant, actually.
I hate this book.
You don't like this book? What's up?
Well, the only reason that I could have bought this for like $200 on my comic shop back in the day, and I passed on it. I was like, "Oh, I'll just buy it," and it was gone before I could get check out.
Oh, that's what they did. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was like a restock thing, and I was like, "Man," I was like, "Boom, it's here!" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy it," and it was gone. I'm like, "God bless it."
So there was a time, when my comic shop, like they would just update, like I would say around from
Noon.
for me it was like 4 p.m. to like 6:30. Like they would just like constantly keep reloading their back stock. You know what I mean? And let me see if I can show you. New in stock. Yeah, this right here. This is all the stuff that they would just put out. And for a time, man, like I would just check that constantly.
You gotta share your screen.
Oh, here we go.
Sorry.
There we go.
Yeah, restock. Oh yeah, so yeah, we started doing this. Me and Leg, we were. It was like 11 o'clock. He texted me in the afternoon, which is like 9 or 8 his time.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Dude, get on my." Some dude, they listed some old man's collection he sent in. A coverless Incredible Hulk 1 with a repo cover was $800, man.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I think we're just gone, just sniping. I think Lay got a Detective Comics like pre Batman for like nothing. That was insane, stupidly insane.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff, man, you had to be so quick on the trigger with it.
Even their auctions, it's like I thought their auction would be decent, but man, I watched a couple of them and it just like, you know, it just at the end of the day, it was like it's eBay pricing, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was that time, the days when my comic shop would just have like $500 variants for like $20.
When I sent you guys that my comic shop, that's what I was looking at, restock comics. When I sent you that Marilyn Monroe infused crime.
All right, so let's take a look at Startling Terror number 11. This is the black whatever variant, black logo variant, as opposed to the blue logo variant.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And okay, so 5 on the census. Freaking 5.
No.
Okay, and so we had. Now I typically don't do 0.5s.
Why not?
I like a complete book. Well, as far as showing them off on the show,
okay.
You know what I mean. I typically don't show off 0.5s, but
that's my world, man. I love that.
Or talk about 0.5s, but So we had a 0.5 that sold for $2,178.
So what? A missing centerfold on this thing? They didn't want the green label.
Let's see what's going on with this thing. So
Incomplete.
last page missing, effect
Okay.
story incomplete. But
So
so it looks like they were just in it for the cover more than anything.
at least the cover's nice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It presents well. I would do it's attached to. I would do a trade on this. I wouldn't just spend $2,000 out of my pocket. I'd try to trade and battle and haggle and all that good stuff. But I want this book bad too. It's just
Nothing's wrong with a 0.5, but you know, I just don't talk. I don't show these off as far as sales goes. But this sale was so strong, you couldn't help but talk about it. You know, and I really don't see Startling Terror number 11.
I never see this book, man. It's a.
I see it probably 4 times a year. Probably like I would say, or I guess 2 times a year, once a quarter, or once every 6 months. So it's like Christmas time, or like the beginning, like around con season, where people are just trying to,
Yeah,
I do 0.5 moderns. That's right. That's what I do.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing available here except for this ripped cover, this ripped copy right here. That's
For
it.
1,500, man, and it's terrible because half of like I don't even know, like,
dude. I mean, what's the point? I mean, you're buying this.
it's not even
book for
on
the
there.
cover.
Like, it's not even on there. I mean,
You don't even know if it's a blue or black variant. So, okay, so what would you do? Would you buy this and then marry it with
the cover.
Yeah.
I mean, so so let me see the other cover on the one that sold.
Let's
Go back to that.
Where the hell is it? Here we go. Oh, damn it.
Sorry.
Hold on. Startling Terror. Okay, here we go.
So I got $2,000 into it, right? Roughly 2 something.
Mm-hmm.
And say I didn't haggle that much and I spent 1,500 on it. So you're at 3,800 probably all said and done. I mean, it looks really nice. I mean, if you could sell the coverless, see, like my Mr. Mystery, my book, dude, like, well, what you could sell the coverless for then with a missing page, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, is that a $200 book? I mean, I just don't know. What would you get, you think, on that cover? I mean, that cover is probably what, 3.5 probably. Sans, everything else is okay on that part.
Yeah.
So I'll say for let's just say for shits and giggles, we get a 3.5, right? Let's look at what we got here on the old GPA.
It's looking rough though. This thing is looking pretty rough.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's do some bartering here. Let's see what we got. Terror Deals 11. So here we go. Number 11.
I like her shoes. I like the chick shoes.
Okay. So wow. So a 2.0 sold for 3,800 in July of 24.
Okay.
A 1.8 sold for that's 23. A 1.0 sold in May of 24 for 2,600. So you're in a negative. You need to get, I hate to say it, you need to get above a 2. You probably need him to be the 3 range to make it worth it, like $5,000 probably, because a 4.0 sold in June of 24 for $11,000.
Wow.
So you got to be in the 2.5 3s to make it work, and I don't know if you're getting there with that cover.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I think you get a 1.820 and you're going to lose money.
I think, yeah.
With grading and everything else.
Yeah.
Just my opinion. I mean, that's if you couldn't talk this dude down off 15 and you're paying the 2,100, you're at 3,600 already. Plus, getting it graded will say $400 or whatever, because you got to get a value. This is my
You've got to do better than 1,500 on that, though. I mean, come on.
You would, yeah. I mean, I think he's fishing, but yeah.
Right. Get it for $5. All right, what's next? America's Best Comics #7 from 1943. Another Alex Schomburg Golden Age cover. I like this book a lot. Love this book, actually. I don't know if we talked about this or not. I can't remember.
Not this number, but we've talked about these for sure.
Everything is a blur.
Yeah.
Okay, so the census on this, a 9. Oh, there is a 9.6 of this. So there are quite a few high grade copies. And we had a CGC 4.5 that sold for $3,750. Okay. We only get 2 pictures.
That's fine.
Front and the back. The Black Terror, Thin Man, Electroshock, and Regular Dude. I never noticed. You see the guy?
I like how they, decided to put a Nazi swastika on the phone, just so they know.
Yeah.
You can't have the bat phone without.
It's the SWAT's phone. The guy under the desk. I never noticed the dude underneath the desk. That's awesome. And on the back, this is a nice looking 4 or 5, though. I'm not mad at this. I really did. I dig this.
You gonna buy it? You'd buy it?
I like it, but
Oh boy.
I'd have to spend I'd spend $3,000 on other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
You'd be cheap with this, man.
I'm very well.
Not with this stuff. This is like history.
I'd spend that on like an 80s toy. How about that? I'd
An
spend $3,000 on an
80s toy, he
80s toy.
says.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
On a sealed 80s toy. It had to be the right one, but I would do that. But I do like this though. This guy has DSLs, by the way. All right, what's next? Okay, so we've got Wartime Romances #6 from 1952. This is a beautiful Matt Baker cover. All right, so what are we looking at here? An 8.0. An 8.0, 7.0. So 24 total on the census. And we had a 6.0, CGC 6.0 that sold for $1,000. All right, so look at this. You like this for $1,000?
Of these Wartime Romance covers, this one isn't my favorite, but it's cool. I love Matt Baker. I don't know. I don't think I would go for this one, but then that's not because there's anything wrong with it. It's just, I don't know. There's something doesn't quite do it for me with this one.
I totally understand. And this does not look like no damn 6.0. I mean, look at that. Do you see this? Do you see that right there?
Yeah.
On the spine, that is not 6.0 worthy. So somebody got a really generous grade. And see that? Do you see that little spot right there? That's where the cover flaked off.
Somebody got somebody fell in love with the cover, man, and got the old Baker bone.
Mm-hmm. I'm not mad at these girls though on the cover.
No.
I dig this.
It's classy Baker, man.
I like that. I was a soldier's pickup.
I'm not sure I can go through with it, Karen. It's easy for you. You've had so much experience. Man, these books are not for kids, bro.
Man, she straight up called her a hoe, man.
Don't get cold feet now. Just give them the eye and they'll carry on from there. Believe me, Gloria, this is the way this is the way to have real fun. You know what? I think this went for that much just because of the caption.
Yeah.
Look at these. Oh wow, sexual harassment cover. I didn't notice that.
I'm pretty sure that's almost all of these.
Oh yeah.
All right. A masquerading playgirl at night. Whoa, bro. Stop it. Stop it. Not made for kids. Maybe Wortham was right. I don't know. This should have been in this cover here should have been in Seduction of the Innocent. All right. A bunch of freaks. You ain't lying. Freak out parties and comics. All right. Next up, Planet Comics number 9 from 1940. No real info on it, but let's take a look at the census. 37 total, and a 9.6 being the highest. All right, and so we had a CGC 2.5 that sold for $900. I don't know. That seemed noteworthy to me.
Yeah. I mean, the colors on this cover are fantastic, but
I was trying to look it up.
It's far from the best Planet Comics cover.
Absolutely. I totally agree. So Planet Comics number 9, 1940. Okay, so let's take a look at this listing if we can. I'm pretty sure we can. Let's see. I noticed that like I can look up the listing, and then after maybe a day or something like that, then that's when it would dry up on some of these.
Maybe doing algorithm changes or something.
That's what it seems like. Yeah, like you said, Ben, this isn't like the most exciting, but for a 2.5 to sell for $1,000,
yeah,
that's noteworthy to me.
Okay, you guys ready for this one? So a 9.6 Mile High Eggert Church, right? May 2019, so before COVID.
Yeah,
$14,400.
Jeez,
for this book here.
Wow.
Insane.
You know what? This doesn't look too bad for a 2.5 though. I mean, you got the tape, all on the spine. Do you guys like tape or no?
I'm not a tape guy.
I don't know. It doesn't depending. Like, you see that just down the spine. Usually that blends in there. That doesn't bother me. If it's going across the front of the book, I'm not crazy about that. But if somebody puts some just to keep the spine together, I don't know. That doesn't really bother me as much.
Damn, this is a loud cover. Holy cow! Even in a 2.5, it's just like blaring.
Yeah.
Hate tape. Yeah. It would have to be like a super mega rare key for me to want to deal with tape. And I don't know. This doesn't do it for me.
I bought a Schomburg years ago, and there was when I got it, there was tape on the cover right across the front. There was a little tear. And I was so pissed. It was so old though; it literally just fell right off. Like the tape had completely dried off and fell right off. But
yeah.
But I went back to the guy. I'm like, "Come on, man! Like, you need to point this out." And he gave me like $50 off or something.
All right. Oh, I see what you were saying about that Planet Comics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It looks like a thing, like, oh, it's a blue background, but then you go to page 2. Page 2 is him.
Oh, geez. I see.
I mean, the fact that they use
what a crook. That is crook behavior right there. All right, next up, Weird Fantasy number 29 from 1955. So this is a Frank Frazetta. This is a classic cover, right?
It is.
It's an
Okay.
awesome book, yeah, man. This thing was awesome.
Yeah. All right. So let's take a look at the census. So, there are a couple of 9/8. So 336 total.
Yep.
And let's see. All right. So we had a raw copy that sold for $451.
For how much? 451.
Do you like this? For that much?
No.
Taking on the caveman?
There's a 5.0 that sold for 621.
No kidding.
So I mean, I can get it graded for $200 more and get a better grade out of it.
Okay.
That's my take on it. I mean, not.
Yeah, there's a
I think-
spine split at the top there too. If you look at that back page.
Let's
Oh,
see.
one more, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that somebody overpaid for that one.
Yeah.
Had to have it. Had to have it.
You see this? I'll send this to you. Look at this one. This sold for $200, and you got extra comics with it. I'll send it to you.
Copy link. Copy and paste and go.
So you're missing a lot from the top, right?
Yeah.
A lot. So you get that book. Look what else you get in there. You get a Buster Crab, missing a lot. And you get a Tim Holt that's really, I'm just saying, for $200 though, that's not, you get all, not the same.
Jeez. That's funny. All right. Are we okay? So now we get to talk about Absolute Batman.
No, look at you. You already had it up, man.
That's my reminder because
Okay.
I wasn't going to remember any other way. Okay. So did anybody read it?
Yeah, I got it. I thought it was, people were raving about it, so it was so hyped. I thought it was gonna be blow me away, but I thought it was decent. Like I thought it was all right. I wasn't like, this is this is gonna change the world sort of stuff. But I get, listen, people like a fresh start. Like they get bogged down with all that continuity.
Yeah.
I mean, I totally get why people are excited about it, but yeah, it was good. I'll just leave it at that. It was good.
Okay, so Batman being just I guess you can say he's a regular Joe, but he's still a genius. He still has a plan. He still studies. He still,
I was saying that I thought it would be cool if they made him rich again, but he earned it, right? Rather than inheriting his wealth, he goes and he goes and makes it. I thought that would be a cool twist on the story because people who inherit wealth and people who create it usually are pretty different. I thought that would be an interesting twist. It doesn't feel like that's where they're going to go with it, but I thought that would be pretty cool.
I guess interesting to see who and what Alfred is.
Correct.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like what's he after? Who's he working for? Dragada's art in Hickman's East of West. Oh, that was him. He's the East of West guy. Oh, okay. All right.
And why does Pennyworth look like Ra's al Ghul a little bit? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I guess we can take a look at sales. Now this is very fluid, so like put this in a slideshow would just be a bad idea. So it's just best to look at sales in real time and see really what's going on. Especially take a look at this ash can here. Okay, so I had a chance to buy the ash can for $30 2 months ago.
Ouch.
But again, I play a dangerous game. I was just like, well, that's what it goes for. Why would I pay what it goes for?
Well, I mean,
And then it just like slowly, incrementally, like started going up. And then this week it just went.
well, I think for Absolute Batman at least, I mean, it's the number one. It's one of those things that like, if it goes bananas, that's the book everybody will want, right? Because it's the STCC ash can. It's one of those stupid ash cans that'll be like $500 later on in life, and people like ourselves like, we got it for $30.
Right, right.
Yeah, I saw it at Terrificon in a bin for 40 and I left it. And I know where there's another one for 40. Curious if it's still there.
I can't imagine the one that I passed up it's still being there. I can't imagine. And then you got the foil version. Let's see. Ash can foil.
That thing was going for a big premium over the regular one, wasn't it?
It's at 8.5 signed by Snyder too for 200.
Right.
8.5, man.
I think that's why I passed it up, because I'm like, oh, there's a foil version of it. So why would I want the regular ash can? That was my pea brain logic.
Yeah.
Like if I would say if it were $20, I probably would have jumped on it. But for 30, I'm just like,
Would you? But I mean, honestly, let's be honest. You probably would have flipped it. What, 3 days later or 4 days later? You weren't going to keep that thing, right?
You know what?
Take it to a con and like, I got this, man.
Yeah, you know what? Probably. I don't. That one's tough. That one's tough to say. Maybe it would have been burning a hole. Like I think if it would have got to like maybe $75, I would have let it go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then probably sold it for 65. That's probably what I'm thinking. All right, so you got this 9.6 that sold for 159. That doesn't seem bad. Completely out of stock.
Right. Yeah, if I'm paying $100, I want to get it graded, right? I want a graded one. Even honestly, I'd say the 350 for a 9.8 isn't terrible either.
And okay, so you got this foil that sold for 185.
I'm not a foil. I hate to say it, boys. I'm not the foil guy. I hate foils. I hate them with a passion.
I don't blame you. They look awful. I will say, when it comes to black and whites, these foils aren't bad at all. Like when it comes, like when it's a full color cover,
it usually gets lost in there.
Yeah, it's like you got to be there for it, you know.
I mean, I'll take or leave them. I mean, right now they're so freaking overdone that it's hard to take. But I would say one of my favorite books ever was a foil, the Vampy 12 holofoil. That's like one of the best looking covers you'll ever see. Like the holofoil on that thing.
Yeah. Okay, so Lord Tatman, in less than 10 years, Batman goes into the public domain. I wonder if they are trying a new Batman out because, 100%. That's the reason why.
Mm-hmm.
They need a new Batman, for lore and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
So, the other black and white that's really hot is obviously the Batman Beyond the White Knight #1. That's a store variant one. It's still 600, anywhere between 6 and,
Yeah, I remember Batman. What was it? The one from Shoot. I think it was White Knight. I thought that one was going to catch on. They should do Chromium. Believe it or not, I believe that Ethan Van Sciver owns the rights to Chromium covers anymore. I believe. That's what I'm thinking.
If Batman was done in like the Chromium up top, Absolute Batman or something like the old X-Men style ones, I mean, that'd be sick. I'd love that. I don't need a whole foil book, man. A little pizzazz on it. That's all I need.
Yeah, a little spot here or there,
and make it like a retailer book where it's like super rare, not like a con exclusive. I hate to be the old man. I sound like some old man.
Sorry. Okay.
Get off my lawn, kind of guy.
I'm not mad at. I don't know. Okay, so. Okay, so this. Do you think it'll hit the way as far as prices go, do you think this cover A is going to hit like Ultimate Spider-Man?
No, it was way overprinted. Nobody ordered Ultimate Spider-Man, and everybody was on. I think this thing had huge. Didn't it have like 250,000 or so. I heard
it's sold out from distributors. So not saying from the distribution level, it was sold out.
Mhm.
And B, I think type in Ultimate Spider-Man 1. Where are we at now with Ultimate Spider-Man 1 covers?
It's like 50. It's like $50.
Yeah, no one cares about it anymore, right? I mean,
Let's see. Ultimate Spider-Man 1 2024. Let's see.
250,000 run too.
I mean, it's still what in the
80s. Okay, it's even
sure
$80 range. I mean, it's respectable. It's still pretty damn respectable.
But you couldn't get the Ultimate Spider-Man when it came out. The cover A.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like the stores ordered the Campbell, but the cover A was nowhere to be found. I went to 3 stores this weekend. They all had plenty of Batman on the shelf.
You know what? That store that I went to this weekend, they didn't order DC books. They don't deal with DC.
There's a guy that I did who's been selling comics for years. Same thing. Stopped with DC.
Mm-hmm.
I was in there. Somebody came in, asked for that book, and he's like, "I don't order DC books anymore."
God.
But I don't. Let's be honest. Do you blame the guy though? I mean,
no, not at all.
When are you going to turn a profit on DC books besides the guys who grab every issue because they're just DC guys? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. But I think for him it was more when the whole distribution model got turned upside down. He was just like, "Fuck it, I'm not dealing with it. I don't move enough of them." So
yeah, I definitely don't blame him because.
I mean, and let's be honest, how many variants sit on the shelves though? For DC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, so you're not making money there either.
So a lot of these. Okay, so Absolute Batman. Do a search. Okay.
Oh, you need a Lunar account. That's the issue.
Yeah.
Good job, Justin.
So. Oh, okay. All right, so we're done talking about Absolute Batman. Oh, and also for those tuning in, this cover, the original art for this cover sold for $70,000. Can you think of better ways to spend $70,000?
If you're gonna drop it on shit in this hobby, yeah.
I could buy a nice Golden Age collection of nice books.
That's what I was thinking.
And I could probably make more money on that than this. I mean, how do you resell that? You got to go to Heritage or something, and hopefully you get your money back, which I highly doubt. It's not the icon. It's not like New Mutants 98 or SM300 McFarlane or.
I was thinking like if it sold for 10, I'd be like, okay.
And listen, if this becomes the new standard Batman for DC, then the guy probably made a good purchase. But there's a big bet to be made there because. This is going to have to go for a while.
I wonder who thought that was like he's hitting the button for 70,000. I can't believe it. Like, who's around this guy telling him like, dude? I'm not trying to be that guy, but he's like, dude, come on, man.
Put the drink down, man.
He's like, nah, it'll be fine, dude.
All right, next up is Shinobi #1. So this is a book that we talked about back on Hot Book Alert Live number 23.
Yep.
Okay, so and this is the Dark Horse. So this is from Dark Horse Comics, and this is the variant. So just not a lot of info, and it looks like for the census, there's like a couple 9/8 and 8/0 and a 9/6, and it was just revealed this week that there's a video game. Or there's a movie for Shinobi in the works. Okay, so this week we had a sale for $50 and another sale for $100.
The 50 looks clean. Oh no, the 50's not clean. That's the one that's all dinged up.
Yeah. Actually, dude, every copy that I've ever seen, Shinobi
is dinged up.
Absolutely. So let's take a look. Shinobi comic. And also don't sleep on the regular cover. And also you have the first technical appearance of Shinobi in this right here, the comic Sonic, the comic preview with Shinobi right there. And so let's see, Dark Horse. Yeah, every copy that I've ever seen is ticked up. And then you have this one that was taken, like they took a screenshot of a screenshot in their listing. So this one looks pretty good. It looks pretty, I mean, if it's on the up and up, it looks pretty good. And this is probably the nicest I've ever seen a Shinobi variant.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I mean, for me, it's like, who's gonna really want to go see that movie? You know, from a normie's perspective, not us.
Yeah. I remember the video game. I remember that game pretty well, but I can't see anybody giving a shit about this long term, unless they knock it out of the park, man. I mean, I guess anything's possible.
I mean, for me, I had a PlayStation 2. I don't remember this. I mean the Sega, but I know it came out on PlayStation 2 too. But just Ninja Gaiden was just so superior that
that thing's already up to $500. Sorry, we talked about this before, Dino. What was that? Was that up like 150 or 125 when we?
It was like 2 something.
Oh,
maybe
200. Okay, so it's all right.
That's what I was thinking. Okay, so at the beginning of the show, we talked about Mark Spear's Monsters. Okay. And so I guess these are the original comics here. And before Keen Spot published the series.
And clue me in why everybody gives a shit about this.
I mean,
the covers and the fact that these are super low print run.
Okay. Dude, if I saw these in a box, I'd be like, I'm okay.
This one is So, okay, so the last time we checked, what was this like? I forget, like 200 something maybe?
Yeah, maybe it was just over $200.
Yeah, so now it's jumped up. So October 13th. Okay, so 4 something. So we're interested in seeing what these go for.
It's gonna be over $1,000, man.
Thursday at 12. So by the time
it was $700 for these. Wait, on his Kickstarter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. He said he was trying to give those away.
I mean, so okay, can you send it? Can I show you this link? Oh, this is sold out too. So one was 700, and then one was this 165. These were 165 on his Kickstarter, I think.
All right, let's see. But I do like, I'm not gonna lie, I really dig the witch cover.
Yeah, I mean it's dope.
Yeah, that was the one that caught my eye when I was going through.
Do you know what this reminds me of? It's just like in the vicinity of that Startling Stories witch cover.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just feels like a modern version of that.
One of my favorite witch covers, it was a 1 per store for Inked. Is that what it was? Is that what that tattoo book was?
Inked, marked.
Yeah. The 1 per store issue number 1 that came out around Halloween. I don't know, 4 years ago or something like that. That is one of my favorite books.
I love that book too. Was that the one where the artist caught flack for stealing the image?
No, well, I don't.
Oh no! I know the witch cover.
Yes,
Marked.
The witch.
Yeah.
No. Now, the artist of that series, I don't know if he did that cover or not. He did the cover of the redheaded girl
Yeah.
where he took it from.
Mm-hmm.
He took it from something online.
I remember. Oh, this one.
Yeah, I've always digged Dark Harbor, man.
Holy crap. That's kind of expensive. Okay. Damn. All right. What's next? What
Are you guys the big Kickstarter guys?
No.
I dabble here and there. Tony, Blue Green Artifacts,
Yeah.
he is all over it, but occasionally I will I'll pick something up, but twice a year, something like that, 3 times a year.
We didn't mean you talk about this, Carter, about a ultra. Do you remember Transformers came out with a trading card set? Did I show it to you, or did I show it to Yi?
Probably the Yi.
Yeah, I'll send it to you too. So they have a trading card set. There's like an ultimate bundle where you get like a Trapper Keeper, or for like cards, and then you get a set of boxes, like a big box, and you get like hand drawn cards in it too. I sent it in the chat, but
Oh wow! Look at that! Look at that! You see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice homage. My buddy Mike, he doesn't like homage covers, but
I'll stand solid. I hate those two. I can't. It's like, dude, with all the, it's not like it's 1950 where there's no like there's 7 people doing art, man. It's like you have so much your own at your disposal, and it's for me a cheap way out, I guess.
I understand that.
I think when they hit well. When they don't hit, they look lazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a barbell, man. Like it's like one side or the other.
Oh wow! Look at this.
See,
I'm not mad at this.
Yeah, that's nice.
I'm very not mad at this. Let's see what else. So that's Transformers.
Yeah, at the bottom, yeah, the Kickstarter.
Damn. Okay. All right. All right. All right. What are we doing next? Okay, so more comic book movie news. What is this? Henry Cavill in Voltron. Okay. I mean, I'm not sure who he's gonna play because the cast of Voltron, like the Voltron, is like kids,
right?
You know what I mean, or just like younger people. Like early, teens, early 20s. So I'm not sure.
This is just my childhood, dude. I'd go see this. I'm gonna go see. I don't even care if it's terrible. It's just my childhood. I don't care if it's the worst movie around.
I'm looking forward to Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't screw that up.
I was a little too young for Master Universe. This was me. This is my era, kind of.
Okay. It's interesting. I think Voltron came out even before Transformers. Like maybe like a month before.
I think that's right.
Yeah. And then you had the cars. You had 2 versions of Voltron. You had the Lions, and then you had the individual cars that formed the other Voltron. But this is the one that everybody loves. And I have 2 copies kicking around, and I gotta find them. I was looking for them today because I wasn't paying attention to prices, and I noticed that there was a significant jump. But let's take a look at the census. This is what I thought would be the census. The cars were first, and then the Lions. Yeah. around 1,600 total on the census. And I would say around a little under 500, 9/8. It sounds about right. And then you had multiple sales this week. So you had a newsstand 9/8 sold for $765. And then you had a 9/8 regular that sold for around $300. But that was a buy it now. So, and then you had individual sales for raw copies that sold for $72 and then $40.
I wonder how many newsstands are just lying around that people bought for super cheap. Like that guy probably bought that for like $20 back in the day or something.
Yeah, for sure. You know what? I could never find a newsstand of this though. Oddly enough. All right, what's next? All right, more movie news. We have Lanterns. Found it's Jon Stewart with Aaron. Is it Pierre?
That's Pierre.
Aaron
Yeah,
Pierre.
yeah.
All right, he's a Creole. All right. So Green Lantern 87 is a hot book again. Let's take a look at the census. Around 2486 total on the census.
All right,
And
and do you know what Aaron Pierre's been?
I can't
Rebel-
think.
I
Rebel
saw
Ridge.
him, and I was like, who is this dude? I don't think I've ever seen him before. But
So I watched Rebel Ridge on Netflix.
Mhm.
He plays I would say like a military guy. I would say like, I hate to say it, like kind of like a Jean-Claude Van Damme, or not Jean-Claude, like a Steven Seagal, like former Marine, kind of goes back town, like a small town, has to deal with like racism and like stand off with the local police chief kind of thing. Very tropish, but I mean, he did a good job. He was believable. He wasn't like superhuman kind of style, you know.
Okay.
But
All right.
I didn't mind it. Yeah, I thought Rebel Ridge was good.
All right. So, yeah. Okay. So the two copies that I do have, I think I don't think I've ever paid more than like $60 for one of the two copies I do have. But
do you ever see this book on walls really anymore?
I
I feel like it's fairly rare now. It's more in a box than on a wall.
so the last time I saw this book on a wall was late last year, and a guy had a 9/8 double cover.
Oh,
and he put it up for auction at Heritage. And I don't think he got what he wanted for it, though.
I mean, what was he asking?
I totally forget, but I just remember he wasn't that thrilled with the final price.
I mean, was he just being greedy about it, or?
I don't think so, because he was comparing it to the prices previously for just like a regular 9/8. You know what I mean? So I guess I'll have to look up a beater for $30. All right.
So okay, so it went off on a Comic Link.
Mm-hmm.
It ended 63 bids. It sold on November 29th of 22. 14,251.
Okay.
I mean, that's not terrible. I mean,
yeah, I mean, it's respectable for sure. Actually, it's beyond respectable.
And what's he really asking for? Like 30 G's? Like, I mean, something.
Yeah,
right?
he's
That's
probably
like,
had big dreams.
100,000. Yeah,
25,000.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, probably around there. And I believe just a regular 9/8 had sold for like maybe 30 grand at one point, or somewhere in that vicinity. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I can't say these prices really jumped. It's just like more sales than usual. That's what it seems like. Mm-hmm. So,
oh, you get a 9.4 for $2,500 on my comic shop right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that's good money or a good bet. Don't take that from me, but I'm just saying.
I would say the issue with Jon Stewart is that he does not lend himself well to cool covers outside of his first appearance. Have you seen a Jon Stewart variant that you had to have? No. And I'm looking up covers right now, and I'm not seeing anything.
I'm looking too.
I don't see a damn thing, man. There is gosh, I can't remember Green Lantern something or other, but I mean, even that variant that he's on, it doesn't go for anything. And if you look up Jon Stewart variant, it's just like nothing.
I like Jon Stewart in Justice League, right? Mm-hmm. You're very relatable, you know, obviously, you know what I'm saying, just down there. For being a superhuman, he was more relatable than the others, obviously, and like caring, compassion, all that crap.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like you said, just it's so hard to have like a real great cover for that, right? Like, you know.
He seems like such a straight-laced character. It
Yeah.
feels tough to like make a variant.
And his costume isn't as you know, I know it's Green Lantern and everything, but it's not as lends itself to such great. I mean, you only do so much with black and green, you know.
Yeah, Raza did a few cool covers, but none of them go for anything.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you type in Lost Army Green Lantern,
that
one's not a bad one. I mean, I guess. I mean,
I can never remember the title. GREENLANTERNLOSTA.
Yeah.
Lost Army.
I think it's 1. I think it's number 1.
Lost Army. Oh, geez. Okay. So, yeah, this one.
This one, yeah. That one's not terrible. Ben Oliver.
Yeah, this is a good cover, but, you know.
It's just hard to do with green and black. I mean.
Didn't go for a damn thing.
Yeah.
Hell, in this one, I remember this one was hot.
Yeah, it's a beautiful book, but it doesn't go for anywhere near what it used to.
Yeah,
I got it for $20 a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Zosher had a stack of these back in the
day. All right, so we've talked about John Stewart. Okay, so let's jump to Robotech. Robotech 2, The Sentinels book, blah, 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 number 13. So this is the last issue of the series. This is from 1996. I remember digging with the lawyer.
Yes.
As you put it.
Yes.
As you call him. I remember digging with him, and he was looking for this book specifically. And I was just like, why? I just didn't get it. And then I looked up the prices. I'm like, oh shit. I understand now. All right. So 23 total on the census, a couple of 9.8s. And speaking of a 9.8, so we had a CGC 9.8 that sold for $1,500. This book is rare.
Yep.
And I didn't realize it.
And it's the black cover too, right?
Yeah. I see this thing being a pain in the ass in high grade, man. The paper, you know, the paper that they were using back then on these things.
Let me see if there are. I would just want to see if there's any copies available right now. And I'm not really seeing, because it's like you got to do like a type. It's like you got to do a specific search and all that kind of crap. Sentinels. I think I spelled Sentinels wrong, but Robotech. Robotech. So you got this one for 15. Oh, look, a raw copy for 300. This sold for $300 freaking dollars.
I mean, there's only 2 9/8s, right? I mean,
yeah. And then you have this one sold for $160. Yeah, dude, I freaking loved Robotech back in the day. I thought that was like the coolest thing, because it's like the Japanese. It's like that fusion of the Japanese and American animation. You know, it wasn't like over the top.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what I loved about it. But yeah, that's. Whew. Yeah, because when he was searching for it, it was just like this book was so not on my radar, but now it is. All right, what's next? Okay, speaking of Mark Spears, we talked a lot about him, so
this book breathes some life back into this thing, right?
Absolutely, man. Action Comics number 1066 is the 125 Mark Spears variant. What are we talking about here? Okay, so 19 total on the census. So this came out this year, and what 15 9/8s, including some signature series.
Mm-hmm.
And we had multiple sales this week. So we had a raw copy that sold for $50, another one for $54, another one for $50, a 9/8 sold for $93 back in September. I think that 9.8 might be a pretty decent deal in the long run. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Mark Spears seems to be hot as hell. I can say that this cover is both cool and doesn't do a whole hell of a lot for me at the same time.
I understand.
Um,
I wish it had some hose on it though. like when he starts drawing superhero hose, oh my god, it's gonna be a wrap. It's gonna be a wrap.
Should we get Mark Spears on a pod, Newman?
he was just on with Stein
Really?
and
Nice.
McClay. He was watching the Hot 10 and made a comment and then hopped on. Like he was just watching the show. So they spoke to him for like a half hour. It was pretty cool. It was pretty
Nice.
cool.
All right, next up, this book. Now, listen, you really aren't going to get me to talk about My Little Pony unless the sale is significant. All right. So this is Friendship is Magic #1. It's the 1 in 25 Sarah Richard variant. What is this? The Dia de los Muertos motif cover.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I can't believe I said that without slipping up. All right. So 21 total on the census. And what? 13 9/8. And we had a CGC 9.8 that sold for $646.
It's freaking nuts, man.
All right. So there's a store that I go to and they do dollar sales. And in the back room, right? Like every free comic book day and every like Halloween comic fest, right? And they have a bunch of My Little Pony variants. And I was like searching through them and like they don't go for anything though. That's the thing. And I'm surprised that they don't.
I mean, some of them pop. There's a couple. We talked about one back on Flip Side, like the Ghost Show way back when, that goes for big bucks. I can't think of the issue right now, but Mel brought it up.
Of course, Mel would bring it up.
Yeah. Comic oddities.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know which one it is either.
I can't. It was like the second episode we did of the Ghost Show, but yeah, it goes for crazy money. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, how big is the audience for this stuff? I mean, I know there's the whole brony crowd, but like, are they into the comics? Like, I don't know.
That might be the next frontier. And if that's the case, I'm going back to that store and buying those variants for like $5 a piece.
Yeah, honestly, you might as well. Who cares? And just throw them in a stack. I'm sure you'd get like at least $300 for it. You know,
at some point in the future. Hopefully, if I go back, maybe this will be in there. I can't imagine.
You never know.
All right, next up. Now, this is a book that we talked about before. So, Invincible Iron Man #512. This is the Venomized 1 in 50 Larry Stroman cover. And this is from 2012. That mythic Venom variant. This one, the Amazing Spider-Man, we talked about the Hulk one on Long Story Short.
Yes, we did. Yep. Yeah. This one, I mean, is this the biggest one? Or is the Spider-Man one bigger?
I would say like to me, the Spider-Man one is like in its own little stratosphere, and then you got the other ones, and this is probably the next one, in my opinion. But so we've got what 91 total on the census. Okay. Yeah, this is one of my favorites, and I remember I've told the tale about this where I just thought I would walk into a store and just find it, and no, not at all. Out of all the cool rare comics I've found, like this one ain't it.
I know Leg had one of these. I think he sold it.
Damn. I like to know how he got it.
He got it off a warehouse find somewhere.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, man.
That had to have been exciting.
He had it for stupid money. Or he got it for stupid money, but
Yeah, this is not a wild book. This is not an In the Wild book. But we had a raw copy that sold for $400.
I think you could find these back in the day off of Cargo Hold. This is one of those ones that was a Cargo Hold. He had like 50 of them or some stupid shit.
Oh, jeez.
He had this one. He had the Ghost Rider Venomized variant. He had all the Venomized variants, and he was doing one a week for like 2 years.
Wow.
It was all
400.
raws.
400. I don't know. It feels low for this book, actually, a little bit.
Well, the last time I talked about that, the last time we talked about this, I think it was like maybe $465.
Right. I just have north of 500 in my head on this book.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure.
They got a CBCS 9.6 listed for $9.25.
All right.
I mean, do you take the gamble and try to cross grade for a 9.8?
I mean, I feel sometimes CGC just gives you the bump out of spite. From
just send it in there with the CBCS and then we'll crack it open.
Yeah.
You crack it open.
Yeah. What is the process? Like you send in.
So they were doing crossovers there for a while. Did you remember
Okay.
that? They were like, send us your CBCS books and we'll crack them and cross them over, which was insane. But yeah, you just crack it out and send it to them. You know.
All right.
One hell of a score, man. $4.
For sure, dude. Yeah.
All right. Next up, G.I. Joe Special #1 from 1995. So this was the G.I. Joe 61 with previously unused Todd McFarlane art.
On the inside.
Yeah, on the inside.
This is not McFarlane on the outside, even though they did their damnedest to make you think that.
Right.
Oh, I guess
yeah.
they still do crossover. Okay.
Yeah, because it's easy to fool. Because they did their best Todd McFarlane impersonation with this cover here. All right, so 746 total on the census, and around what 160, 170 as far as 9/8 go, and so we had multiple sales. So we had a $305 copy this week, and last week was a $585 copy, and then you had what $137 copy the week before that. So prices are kind of all over the place, it seems, depending on the condition.
Yeah, it's all condition dependent, obviously.
Yeah, so that's six. So the $500 copy has to be really nice then.
Yeah.
But we can imagine.
I've never had this book. I've never had this one.
I had this. I think I got it off of My Comic Shop. I'm pretty
I just
sure.
picked one up off a trade.
Oh, really?
Remember I was you, Carter?
Seriously?
Yeah, you don't remember this? I bought it off of a stack over here somewhere.
Oh, that was on the one guy's wall, right?
Yeah, and I was like, me being me, I'm like, what do you really got onto it? And he's like, I'll trade you this god awful stuff in this box that I have.
Yeah, and you traded him like some. What you traded him like some old Golden Age?
Golden Age stuff for it. I don't have it on me. I might have put it away in a box, but yeah. Maybe it's in a box somewhere. But yeah, I had it. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, I didn't want to spend a 9.8 money, so I just spent one. I got one for and he gave me a good deal on it too. We be able to deal.
Bro, look at this. This thing is all ticked up. Can you see the ticks on this?
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, there's no way this went for that price. There's no freaking way.
No. Not at all. Look at that.
I mean, look at the top of it. Just look at.
You see that?
Yeah.
A trained eye will pick up on that.
It's somewhere around here. I got so many boxes that open up now, man.
All right, what are we doing next?
Yeah, what are we doing next?
Hex Slash #5 from 2011. So this is the cover B Jenny Frizen variant.
I feel like this book is gonna be worth so much money.
I like this book. It's just solid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. So the census, what 698, 196. So basically 7 total on the census.
Yeah, I just bought this book for $20. Nice.
What was the condition on it?
I can't find the damn thing. I bought it off someone on Instagram. I'm thinking, have I actually received it yet? I've got another copy somewhere, but when I was looking at it, it looked clean. I mean, it looked very clean.
Okay.
I don't want to say 9.8, but there were no major issues with the pictures that I looked at.
All right. So this week we had a sale for $100. And back in August, a 9.8 sold for $322.
Which isn't a bad price, really, for a 9.8.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you're like a Frizen, like that's my stuff, Frizen's my girl, yada yada yada, like PC Frizen.
Mm-hmm.
That's not terrible.
No, not at all.
And that is it. And oh wow, here's a sale. Has this ever been on Long Story Short?
I think we have. I was looking at it to put on the other day, and I think we've already spoken about this one. So
you guys need to have a spreadsheet or a Google Doc with all the photos.
I have all of the presentation. I have like all I can search through all of the presentations, but
I found that if you do the search in Google Slides,
yeah,
the thing whatever show that you did, that'll pop up, and then you can kind of scroll through and see.
Yeah, the problem is like the number of Danger Girl books we've covered, like it starts to get a little like.
You guys need to make a database like The Simpsons, like the beginning of The Simpsons on the whiteboard.
I know. Somebody went through and made a list of all of them, but we're coming up on 100 shows now. At least 20 books a show. It starts to add up, man. It starts to add up.
I listen. I'm not even halfway through that, and I could completely forget what we talk about here. So I totally understand.
You boys want to hear my my little scenario I got going on?
What's your scenario?
Okay, so I posted like in comic groups. Everybody's like trade post, whatever. What do you have to trade? So I put Mr. Mystery. I did Mr. Mystery 13, the one I got back that I cobbled together.
And
my Underworld Crime 7. And the guy wants to trade for books. And I'm like, I'm not picky when it comes to this shit, really. I'm just that dude. I don't care. And I said, I do golden, pre-code horror, whatever. He says he has rare Mark Jewelers. I said, well, it depends on what MJ books you have. You send me pictures, yada, yada, yada. So, again, this guy could be a scammer. I don't know this guy from anybody. So, you got to deal with that whole scenario. And like, I put big numbers on these books, roughly. I got like probably $5,000 into it, we'll say. Like $5,000 in trade value. You're going to have to bring me some, some heat. I really don't want $220 slabs, right? Like, just saying. So I don't know. What do? Do you just? I guess it depends what he has, right? And like how good it is, and how resellable it is.
Exactly.
I guess.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
I'm trying to see. So yeah, because I'm like. It would have to be worth. It'd have to be worth.
Oh, it's not 1054. It's 1065.
Oh, 1065. Okay. I
got you. Yeah, it had to be worth it, right?
Yeah. Otherwise, it's a lot of work.
Because
you don't have any way of checking the dude if he's.
Oh, I will. You can post like. Trading with at this person references, people in the community, if you dealt with them, should know. But for me, I'll tell you, send me the books first, and I'll send you the book. You know what I'm saying? we got YouTube shows. I think I'm pretty decent fixture in the community. I mean,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
not trying to whore out my my fame, my small little 10-minute fame.
Don't sell yourself short, Dino.
Yeah.
Huge fame, huge,
Oh,
huge fame.
Yeah.
Oh, what I wanted to say was, yeah, it would have to be like an overwhelming deal in your favor.
Yeah.
If you wanted to trade.
I mean, I seen people, some dude was selling his brother's collection, some of it, piecing it out for some builders. Some hit an ASM 129, like an AO. He wanted like $1,800 for it or something, or 20 something like $2,000 or something. I was like, I want that book too. I don't know, dude. I have so many books that I want, and you know how I do things. It's like,
Another Mark Spears. This is a pre-order.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be out. Supergirl. We need some cleavage there. if you don't mind there. But yeah, it's pretty decent. All right. So what do we have going on? Dino?
Maybe.
For are we doing
No, we'll do Tuesday. So Monday flip side, I'll be on there for that. If everybody jumps on, hopefully. Tuesday, you and me, if you don't have work, right?
Right.
And then Friday, Saturdays, I might start streaming. I won't monetize it, but I can do Friday, Saturday streams for Fortnite. They have the new season out. It's Halloween now. So you get to ride around on chainsaws and stuff. It's dope. And you have Jigsaw, the Jigsaw little puppet thing.
Yeah.
You can be him, and there's like a little thing you can throw at him, and he like rides a little bicycle and blows you up and stuff. So.
Okay.
But Mike Myers is coming. All these other people are coming. So.
And then Thursday we've got Long Story Short.
Long Story Short on Thursday.
I've been meaning to do a comic book haul at some point this week. I don't know, maybe this week or next week. We'll do something. But
you're titans of the industry here. We're on like YouTube all the time
now. I try not to be, but yeah, the pull. It's the pull. It's the pull.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. All right, Lord Tatman's Comics. Thank you so much for the super chat. And I just thank you guys for watching. And this means the world to me. It really does. And to be able to talk about comics like this, like, okay, so if this were the early 90s, to be able to talk about comics like this feels like a dream. It really does. And to talk about it with people. Like I would just be talking about it by myself. So this is so much fun. And what are we, 35 shows in? And here's to another 35 more. And thank you guys again for watching. And we will see you next week. All right, bye, everybody.